I've been going down a rabbit hole lately, and that rabbit hole is Doomsday Preppers. If you don't know what a Doomsday Prepper is, it's basically someone who believes the Earth is going to end in the near future. So they start preparing to what exactly they're going to do when, I don't know, a nuclear storm comes our way, or anything that can basically extinct the human population. It's basically a group of people who spend quite a bit of time on figuring out what would they do in a doomsday scenario. Basically some end of the world type shit. Some of them are definitely way more extreme than others because there's like countless of documentaries and shows on people who are just like, what are we going to do in a doomsday scenario? And then you watch them prep for this doomsday scenario. You even have like this entire show where professional doomsday preppers rate other doomsday preppers, which is a very interesting concept.
Do you think there's a dating app for doomsday preppers?
I hope there is. But hey, there was this one guy that really stood out to me because this guy, he did the absolute most. You know, because there's nothing more genius than just spending all of your money on a extremely expensive bomb shelter rather than your retirement fund.
Bruce Beach of Hornings Mill, Ontario is convinced a nuclear attack is coming. And for that reason, he spent half his life building his own nuclear bunker, Ark Two. Welcome to Ark Two, Canada's largest privately owned nuclear shelter. And this is Bruce Beach, the person who began building it almost 40 years ago.
Yeah, try sinking 40 years into a shelter. Retirement form.
Hey, that doomsday shelter is for all of humanity, not just him.
I can't believe a man spent all of this money on a doomsday shelter instead of his retirement fund. 40 years on a doomsday shelter.
I wonder where he got the idea.
I don't know, but does he realize how much 40 years of compound interest is? Obviously not.
What's that one guy who does the finance videos?
Graham Stephan.
You better comment under this and be like, hell yeah.
Shout out Graham Stephan. Visit this man who's dedicated his entire life for his doomsday shelter. He's been building his own nuclear bunker for 40 years now. I bet you he's got the, you're laughing now attitude, but I'll show you once there is a nuclear fallout. Too bad that I won't be alive for you to show if there is a nuclear fallout, because that nuclear blast would probably kill... Actually, I'm gonna be arrested right now.
Heard you had a lot to say.
See, that's what I hate about the, you're laughing now, but I'll show you once there is a nuclear fallout. Because the thing is, I would be dead in a nuclear fallout. I'm not preparing for a doomsday. I am preparing for my retirement, like everyone else should. And also, I think I'd rather be dead than live like some Metro 2033 lifestyle. But I mean, hey, if the world does come to an end, maybe the last survivor will be this man, Bruce Beach, all up here in Ontario, Canada. Yes. You know, Bruce Beach alongside of a few roaches, because for some reason roaches just always survive. And hey, I would not be surprised if there's already a few of them down there.
I actually started building shelters before 1980. The first buses, this is built out of 42 school buses. And the first buses were put in 1980. Tow truck drivers knew that I'd take buses, and they'd call me up and they'd say to me, would you like another bus? And I'd say, oh, sure. And they would take it to a junkyard first, and they'd take out all the windows and the seats, and I'd give them $300.
My guy's been building this since 1980, and he's built this out of old buses. I can't tell if he's like low-key genius or if this is all just like high-key madness.
It's definitely chaotic.
I'm guessing it's definitely somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I mean, like, he's an absolute genius. If there's a nuclear fallout within the next 10 years, he's a genius. But also, it looks like he's running out of some time. He spent 40 years building a bunker, and then what if he just kind of dies?
Why not just build like a normal bunker is what I'm confused about. Because those exist.
Yeah, and they can be pretty nice as well. Like the What's Inside people made a pretty interesting video on some like $2 million bunker. But still.
Like, why spend so much time on like the mustiest thing ever? I mean, I guess it's just like maybe building a proper bunker is really expensive, but taking buses.
I will never understand people on Earth. That's what I'm slowly learning from making all these videos. I will never understand people.
The purpose of a nuclear shelter is that there is a nuclear war and there's radiation, then this protects the inhabitants from the radiation.
The shelter can hold 500 people, and so far the only ones who've secured themselves a spot are the volunteers who helped with the shelter's daily upkeep.
Most people don't think I'll ever need the shelter, that there isn't going to be any event. There's a difference of opinion about that, but it's looking more and more like it's going to happen.
Okay, so he's not exactly wrong here. I feel many things are happening in the world. Many bad things and insane things are happening, but I'm not quite sure if he's actually going to see the end of the world while he's alive. Obviously, obviously no offense here. No offense to his age or anything. I mean, hey, the older people could be way wiser than me, but still, I don't think on this topic he's correct. I don't think the Earth is gonna end within like 20 years.
I mean, I hope not.
Then I'm wasting a whole lot of money in my retirement fund. Like, this is bad. If the Earth is ending in 20 years, I'm screwed.
It's not every day Bruce lets outsiders have a tour of the shelter, but he decided to give us a special look inside.
At the top and the bottom of every entrance, we have 7 of them, there's always a steel grill like this, if you noticed if you came through, and a steel door. People coming into the shelter park their small weapons, handguns such as that, so we don't carry them into the shelter.
Of course he has a cubby hole for his weapons. Wow. I'm actually shocked he's not American at this point. I mean, all he needs is a little sign that says, please drop your weapon right here. Right next to the sign that probably says, live, laugh, and love. That's what all white people have hanging in their houses.
These are storage rooms, and there's 7 of these. These are rollers that we use to roll things at the end of the conveyors. I've got stuff stuck on there to bring it on down into the shelter.
And right now, Bruce has half a ton of food down here.
My grandson was down here, he's about 20, and he was down here looking at this, and I said, here's a jar of pickles. When was that jar of pickles? 87. 87. I said, okay, and they're still good, believe me.
I think I'll pass. I think I'll pass for sure.
This is our soup pot, and to make the soup that we can feed 3,000 people a day, at least soup and a biscuit. They just put this in last week. This is our little pizza oven, and they're just hooking up this propane stove. We had electric.
Oh, wow. I mean, like, he has it all in these bunkers. He's definitely not playing any games here. Like, wow, okay. He's prepared, I guess.
Bruce says the shelter still needs a few more supplies before it's fully ready, but the one resource he never has to worry about is water.
During the day, we keep processing water. We keep filling the tanker, and so that we always have this tank here, this stainless steel, another stainless steel tank. Perhaps, if it's not in the wintertime, the big storage tank up on top, and the well. We blasted this well down through solid rock, 53 feet 6 inches down to the water.
All right, it's official. This man is more prepared for the end of the world than I am for anything in my life. I honestly don't even think I've been this prepared for anything, ever. See, when I went to school, I was definitely the, I forgot my pencil and my books and my laptop, probably my backpack as well kind of kid. I was also the kind of kid who showed up to school on holidays on an accident. That was me.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, I've showed up to school on Saturdays before plenty of times. So kids, don't be like me. Be like Bruce Beach. I can't recommend that, actually. I'm sorry. Don't be like any of us. Find some other role model, please.
Local fire authorities have tried to shut down the shelter numerous times, citing safety concerns, but Bruce refuses to listen, adamant the bunker is structurally sound.
Okay, I was not expecting that. My man is out here like, F the law, I know what I'm doing.
This shelter is probably one of the best designed in North America. You can see the curvature of the bus. See, that's the bus roof, the bars in the bus, okay? And then above that, there's 2 feet of concrete above all the buses. We have all the necessary rooms. There's washrooms for men and women. So we have everything for children, a nursery and a playroom and bunk rooms for children and so on and so forth.
Yeah, okay, again, he's more prepared for this than I've been for anything in my life ever. So props to this man.
There's one requirement though, children must sleep separately from their parents, no exceptions. If they refuse, they'll be asked to leave.
Wait, why? What is the explanation? What? Like, why does it cut out there? Why would you ever separate your children from families?
That scared me. Good thing I had your emergency napkins over there. Hey, I was prepared.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that absolutely does not make any sense, but let's continue.
The thing that people have about a misconception is that we're worried about survival. And that's not what Ark Two is about. It's about reconstruction of society afterwards.
And if Bruce doesn't live to see the nuclear attack he's so sure is coming, he hopes his dedicated volunteers will continue on his work after he's gone.
Wow. Well, hats off to you, Bruce. I guess his main goal is society after a nuclear apocalypse. I mean, I guess people have different goals in life. That's somewhat understandable. What a guy. I mean, hey, maybe a borderline crazy guy, but you never know. Society can turn into Borderlands. If it does, Bruce Beach over here, he's ready. But for now, we live in a regular society. So let's stay in a regular society. Plan for your future. Invest in a retirement account rather than a nuclear doomsday bunker. Trust me. I approve this message. But anyway, guys, what do you think of this life choice? And what do you think of the base itself? Please let me know in the comments down below. But before we end this video, I want to check the comments of this video. Jesus, those cans of food were actually starting to get rusty. Has you ever heard of rotation? Best designed in North America, made of school buses, leaking roof, and half a ton of spoiled food. It got creepy really fast. Dude, yes, it really did. Children sleep separate from parents. What the? No thanks. Exactly. 500 people will suffocate in this thing. The children can't sleep with parents? What? Exactly. So they can sleep with old Santa Claus. That's exactly what they're doing. He needs to renovate this. He definitely does. Would rather be vaporized instantly by an atomic blast than spending a week or 4 in there. I feel that. I just wasted 4 minutes and 28 seconds, but this guy has wasted his entire life.
Damn, they're going in.
Half a ton of spoiling food. Now I want to try pickle from 1987. Hannah, would you eat a pickle from 1987?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I would not either. I'd rather die in a nuclear attack. I feel that one, actually. I would not want to live there.
Do y'all gotta really do this right now?
You should call Kim Jong-un to help test it out. Oh, Lord. It looks like a torture house. It actually does. This is bad. But on that note, I'll be ending today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on it. If you're new here, I welcome you to my channel. It'll be awesome if you subscribed. And if you want to follow me outside of YouTube, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as @Atozy. Links will be down in the description down below. But on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Heard you had a lot to say. Now you don't really talk too much though. I've been running out these gates, but I'm not ever really late, no. Yeah, I've been seeing all these sights, been traveling. In my suitcase I pack light, I got my plans.